Hey everybody, it's Dune back with another episode of Factorio Megabase. I've been streaming for about 3 hours and we had quite the stream delay, so I find restarting the stream really helps that out. That's where we're at. We're on our way to set up a new iron outpost. I want to set a waypoint here so I don't have to. It's a little easier to navigate. Yeah, it's basically the longer my streams get, the more delayed they seem to get. I'm not sure why that is. It's maybe my upload buffer or something like that. Something like that. I don't know. Once you go up in ranks in Twitch too, they change your upload somethings, so that can make a difference. Anyways, I need to name this. Let's see, East 1 4E. Actually, let's copy this one. So it would be East 1 5. This just helps me either and or route trains. These are waypoint system I came up with. And tell my train where to go when I'm heading to a location. So we need to reroute the main track here. Power poles. Alright. Do need a radar up here somewhere. I used to have an artillery outpost like right there. So if we do, suppose we can come in on that angle. Let's look at this. Come in there. Nope. Do that though. Guess that's kind of hoping to do all of that, but if we do it this way. bots we got left? 200. Right. Get rid of some of this wood I'm carrying so these bots don't take them from me. Okay, and then set up. Let's add this VR that makes it a little easier to see. Well, that's close. Alright, so this is going to be iron ore 116. East 1, 5, east. Really? Just put in a new radar. There's a band of darkness. We just need a little further south. Right there would be better. Alright, so we have to start 1, we need to start 3. And of course I didn't bring any fuel. Those have to have 1 each. And a little extra signaling in there. Oops. Copy, give you a piece of fuel. If you guys don't know about the command called Q, or the Q key, basically copies anything you have your mouse cursor over. Or if you're over something like or, if you hit Q, it'll give you a minor. Super helpful. Alright, it should get things going. Get back my train into that. Ew, I guess I wasn't far enough forward. Let that train pass first. I might be noticing the lack of signals through here. All seems okay. Actually, we needed to go somewhere. Where do we need, oh yeah, we need to put down some beacons in that new build. So let's also go to IO. Circuit. Yeah, you were saying it. It's really hard to say how big my base is compared to for my specs and stuff. I wish my specs were better, honestly. I wish I could be at 60 frames. Yeah, there's a couple of miners I need to pick up. I've been waiting for this outpost to clear out for some time. I built it a long time ago. There used to be a ton of other patches around it. It's been sitting there. That's why this is so oddly placed instead of right next to the patch. Well, and I thought my steel build was big before. Sheesh. So maybe I should have gone with the tree design. I mean, there's 3 spots that could still be loaded. I mean, yes, that guy's gonna get in there, but that couldn't move until that one got all the way in there. Well, we got a steel load here. I suppose that train's getting all the way down there. But see, it blocks all the way to there, all the way through. Ooh, another steel load. Well. Guess we're gonna do solar next. Dang, look, oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, let's unload this solar and come back and fix this. Oh my goodness. Wow, look at this traffic jam down here. Oh my goodness. Man, a lot can happen when you stop looking around. Why aren't you guys flowing in? Seriously, why aren't you guys going in? These guys aren't part of the stacker problem, but I mean part of this traffic jam problem. The fact that these guys aren't going in and being processed bugs me. Well, we can fix some of that. Let's just turn off the enable disable on those. Actually, that's not gonna, that doesn't change anything. Never mind. That's not how these trains are routed. They're not being routed by the enable disabled. Well, they're being, when they disable, they affect them, but they're being routed by these signals. If the chain signal's enabled, or the rail signal. So, this is enabled. Why aren't you going in? Where are you wanting to go? Okay, well, let's unload this. We are unloading, I suppose. Where are we on? Turn this up. Or replacing it technically. Also picked up a bunch of those. get it why these aren't going in. GCS iron unload. Okay, well, all the iron, because they're all full, but all the coppers are enabled, but none of them are going in. It's like there's a signal. Well, they're not saying no path. Oh, that's a stone train. Oh my god. It's because of this track right there. Suppose I can, but that will enable the other iron train. It's a stone train. That's why you don't want them all controlled by one combinator. I could change that to off, but I can't. Well, if I did, that would enable that guy. I don't want that enabled because then otherwise this train would come down and park right there, which I suppose would be horrid, but it'd be in the way. Oh, darn it. Alright, I guess we're just picking you up. I forgot and put a train or a cargo wagon there to fill up. Alright, so what's the best place to go to that's not blocked by traffic? Looks like this outpost right here, Copper 80. And then we want GC South. Next. This just needs a bigger stacker. Well, is that a GC pickup? Let's change your color. Slide. Yeah, and now let's fix this traffic jam first. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of green circuit trains waiting. Whoops. Alright, bots. Fine, I won't help you out. This was a nice little big patch of iron ore. I used to have another loading lane right there. Yeah, we can do that anyways. Stack of inserters and a stack of robo. Requester chest. Let's just keep a handful for ourselves just in case. That way I can do it remotely. So we're still missing cover trains. They're coming. Terminator, how are you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Any questions? I'll do my best. I had one feature request I'd add to this game out of everything. It'd be underground track. Underground track. It'd be freaking awesome. I mean, you could have trains skip in, or like the stuff could just go straight in. Instead, they got to cross and wait and cross and wait. Yep, UPS is kind of tanked. I've been struggling to maintain something around 18. Speaking of, how's this solar build going? It's about half. Yeah, I'm hoping to rip up my nuclear soon and do away with that aspect of the game for me. Hopefully by doing that should help my UPS a little bit, because solar is so much more UPS friendly. Or theoretically, I'm wondering about accumulators. I know a solar panel is no matter if you have one or a million, it's considered one entity to the game for considering how much power it generates. But accumulators, are each one separate, or are they all one together? I wonder if anybody knows the answer to that other than a developer. Yeah, you're not even seeing all of it. There you go. I mean, early game and late game are different games, honestly. Like, it's all Factorio, but up until you launch about 300, 500 rockets, somewhere in there, it's a different, once you pass that point, you're entering into Megabase stage. It's really hard to to get decent science production without going towards Megabase. I mean, yes, you can do a lot of belts and a lot of duplication, but here's my beginning. Whoops. I actually hit him. This beginning base. And after a while, you just can't bring in enough iron ore and enough copper plate and steel and supply the belts. Right now, they're moving all slow because I don't construct anything hardly here anymore. But it used to have mad iron flowing into here. Yeah, most everything's elsewhere. I still do a little science here. Well, processing of science. The only science made here anymore is space science. Everything else is shipped in. All my science is shipped in nowadays. And this is only half my science build. The other half is right here. Because once you get all your science done at outposts, then you can have it brought in. Not quite ready though to go to another. I want to expand this. Not quite ready. I keep thinking I'm close, and then, you know, I go to upgrade yellow science, and that broke something else. I had to increase steel earlier. This is helping. I think we need some more iron ore though for it. It's kind of I don't really want to do more iron ore. We have bots. We have drills. Roboports. Enough for one train. I don't know, because I don't want to do what everybody else does. I would say the closest I have to that is this. Madness. Does that qualify for you? It just doesn't, I don't like it. Let's finish building. How much do we have left? Now for 3 more. Well, 2 more. Oh, like 570 something. 568. I just kind of stopped doing it. It's kind of like I never get anything mined up anymore because I'm mining productivity so much. That's 4 million for my current worker robot speed. It's going to take a while. Alright, anything else broken? Look around the map for backed up trains of any kind. Kind of look at the borders because I never look at the borders. How much? We do have a patch of iron ore we can go after up there. not where we're headed, though. Northeast 3W. Actually, I might have one up in the corner. Let's head there. Northeast 53S. 5. It's funny, Station 1 doesn't have one piece of yellow science built. Need blue chips. Come on, blue chips. What do I gotta do to get blue chips? Goodness. Really, what I need is more green circuits. How much power is used during the night? Getting rid of my nuclear might be another call for loading the create a mod. All my trains use nuclear, yes. Can't believe I use that much power. Solar ought to be coming back on. There it goes. This is why I don't get rid of nuclear, man. Going down to 25%. My nuclear's about to kick back on. I have it set at 20%. Yeah, there goes my nuclear back on. 12 gigawatts of nuclear. I'm totally dependent on solar. Oh, you know what? I've only got one train coming to this. Well, I'm coming up here anyways. I'm going to set this up, but we could tap that other thing. So we're going to want a stacker, but I want to set up the other part first. In this case, I want to set up. I don't have any requester chests. Oh my goodness. Well, that's just a waste of time. We can set up some things, but can I create any requester chests? Oh, I can. Right. I'll do that. Why, thank you for the compliment. I know you weren't, but if there was something I could do to make it faster, I would. Believe you me. The only thing I could think to address that issue would be to make this game multi-threaded, multi-core. Problem is they won't. They haven't. That would probably require rebuilding the whole game. you want to even play it at that point? Amount of provider chests. There's not going to be another patch, or at least not till version 17. They said 16's done. They're not doing any more 16s. And they've been saying 17's a long way off, so we're stuck until. And I'm afraid when they upgrade the graphics, the game will be slower. So I don't know if I want to upgrade to 17. We'll have to see. Really. Well, yeah, perhaps, of course. We'll have to see. Well, I could load another game and play it at 60, but it wouldn't be this one. Bots. I wasn't planning on building a mega build though. Three. That's the max anyways. It starts off as 1, but you research it. I forget what it is. Somewhere. One of these. I think you research it. Doesn't start off at 3. That's trash slots. I'm not seeing it right now. It might be under like capacity or something. Zero capacity. Combat, combat, combat. No. How about just ROB? I felt certain you were. Oh, there it is. Yeah, worker robot cargo size 3. I wish you could research that to be a higher. But it would certainly make things bots a whole lot more powerful. They're already pretty powerful. I mean, but they're not so powerful. Like, there's no way I could like do this whole base as like one robo network. It would just be logistically impossible. Trains are for long distance hauls. Belts medium, and bots short. Like carrying stuff from one end of a belt, you know, basically bus to the other end is fine for the most part with belts. Trying to do all that with bots is kind of difficult. I mean, it's definitely doable, of course. Throwing up things at anything, you can do it. So how's my new build up here doing? And they do it so much more efficiently. Like, you don't have to have inserters. You don't have to have splitters. You don't have to have balancers. Right, and that's why you set up, you know, miners. You set these up relatively close. You know, obviously there was some ore here. You know, so as the ore gets mined, oh, look at this. This isn't even all connected. And we're 87. Well, let's get some more bots. Mr. D Books. I mean, it's 3 a.m. for me, so I really should wrap it up. I mean, it's not unusual for me to be on till 4 a.m. But as much as I enjoy playing Factorio, it's not paying the bills. Actually, even if it was, I don't know if I could play it full time, but no set schedule, but I'm mostly on evenings my time. Starting as early as 8 p.m. I write fiction, honestly. Boyden. Exactly, Mr. D. I've actually had a fair amount of caffeine tonight, so I'm actually pretty clear-headed right now, but sure, go for it. If I know the answer, I'll do my best to explain it. I don't understand. I like your one train in not re-row. I think that's the one I want. Comes out where it entered? Oh, I have that all the time. All these are... If this is what you're talking about. Or more specifically, say an outpost like this one, you know, comes in and exits, doesn't have a stacker. It depends on what's needed. If there's only one train going to it, I don't do a stacker. If there's two, you know, I'll do a kind of a loop. See if I can find one. Kind of like this. There's a loop. So trains can pass each other. I guess there's a term for that. Trains. Side rail, side something. Where trains can pass each other. Yeah, sure. Or you can have like this guy, it's just a spur off the main rail. "7:30 p.m. I don't think I've encountered that one. Where are you, in Hawaii, or I don't know where that is. Australia? Netherlands? New Zealand? Not Netherlands, New Zealand. That's close. Yeah, I will. I just kind of a glutton for punishment, I guess. So there's two trains coming here. Yeah. 100 watts can handle two trains. I do. Well, I'm definitely working on it. No. I just put down some new roboports, if that's what you were. I just put these two down so they weren't fully charged. You might have seen that. Well, you can see that. Jeez, died there. Is this really slow? Cole H, I was just mentioning that I still have 12 gigawatts in nuclear. This is nuclear. It's 1.4 gigawatt. I have several of those. And I have mostly solar. These are nuclear, 480 megawatt. These were my first ones. I was trying to do all vanilla solar, but vanilla solar, just like literally this whole thing was 1.2 gigawatts. So I started using the advanced solar mod. It's purple looking. The advanced solar is 5 times the power of regular solar. And then the elite solar, which is an upgrade of the advanced solar, is even another 5 times. So like one solar panel is 1.5 megawatts. They take a long time to craft though. Yeah, I suppose if you want to say it that way. My bot speed is whereabouts 1,020%. I guess cargo capacity is 4. I guess I've been wrong on that. So my movement speed is currently a plus 1,000%. And without it, I would definitely be in trouble. Anyways, I want to add more bots to this build. I go pick up some finished stuff. Are you criticizing me, Mr. D? Because I don't know what. I don't get it. Like if you notice, I'm all the way at the edge of my base to get iron. So I don't know what you're talking about. I go outwards as I need to. I'm not just doing it because I want to. I mean, I am doing it because I want to. It's good to see my green circuits caught up. Which means I might actually catch up to blue circuits. How's it looking in the south, though? We had that traffic jam problem earlier. 5 trains, 6 trains, still waiting. Rocket fuels, kind of hurting. At least their crude oil trains are backed up. I don't know. You ever run 470 trains before? I don't know what you mean by too big. Like, do I have a choice about being smaller? I don't know what you mean by that. Like, can I do what I need to do on a smaller scale? Or if you got some pointers other than just saying too big is would be helpful. Is my train here? Oh, it's empty. Well, I wish you the best on that. I don't know. I mean, this is my first Megabase, so it's possible I'm doing things wrong. I guess that's the closest thing to a compliment you've given me. Wash your mouth out with soap. Is Spoon a variation of Factorio? I don't imagine Spoon is like a card spoon game. Card game named Spoon. Or Spoons. Oh, launch a rocket in like 8 hour kind of thing. Within 8 hours. I'm gonna take a bit more solar up to be. Yeah, that's what I figured. That just part of the game just doesn't interest me as much anymore. I've heard of that one, the supply challenge, where it says, you know, like create 3 sets of stuff and then you get another task and you gotta do that in under so much time. J-Mart. Nope, haven't. I keep trying, but every time I go to do it, here's power. The nuclear keeps turning back on. I've got nuclear set for 20% of accumulators. I don't know, it's probably because I keep building new builds. Like, in the last, you know, this was yesterday, actually, and where is it? This was yesterday. What have I built today? Today I built 4 more steel. I don't know, and a bunch of mining. Can't remember everything. Looking over things, I don't see any new builds here in the south. plastic is backed up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is bad. Plastic's backed up. What's the deal? Petroleum okay. Petroleum seems to be okay. Yeah, good luck with that. Because you actually run slower when the game's running slower. It's not like just the trains run slower. Is it my coal? It looks like it's my coal that's the problem. Alright, need to work on coal. But let's look for the next thing of this to do. Do exclamation point mods. Over. It's called the Advanced Solar Mod. Oh, I totally agree. I can't believe it. Honestly, I'm close to finishing this off. I calculated with the Elite Solar Mods, this would be 32 gigabytes approximately. Gigawatts. But here's my power needs. Like I can't keep up. My accumulators are almost draining every night. I guess it's kind of fortunate I haven't ripped up my nuclear, because my nuclear kicks on at 20%. But I've only got 12 gigawatts of nuclear. Couple hundred? Like 200 gigawatts? Sheesh. That's something. I couldn't imagine doing that with vanilla power. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm close to going to 5K. Actually, my next each of my science builds is 1.4. So my next upgrade will put me at 4.7. Yeah, I just can't imagine the land needed for that. That's incredible. Literally every spare spot would have to be covered. And my last base before I started this one was literally like that. I was covering every square inch with solar panels because I actually had no uranium on that map. I I had like my beginning area had like a bare speck of uranium. Like I'm not even sure I can find a speck that small, but it was like 2K or something. It wasn't enough to do anything with. It was like something like this big, and even this is bigger than what I had. And then as far as I expanded, as far as north, south, east, and west, I never saw any more uranium. So I had to do solar. Well, it makes sense. Well, of course, the bigger I got. Um, yeah, I mean, I could load up a previous version, where it would be better. Right now I'm at 16, and I don't know what I did. Like, I've been running 18 all night, and suddenly I'm at 16. Oh, look at all these trains sitting here for iron. Why aren't you guys going into the bays? Is this a... Where are you trying to go to? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? I hate trains that go through stations and get stuck. I forget. Yeah, I don't have an older comp though. don't know who you're talking to, Ober. I don't have 800 hours and I don't have 8 gigawatts. Oh, no, you're talking to Style. Alright, I need to deal somewhere. Oh, yeah. Iron Northeast. What can I do about you? What's this track here? I was wondering about that, but I have 16 gigabytes of RAM. And Factorio is only using 4.5, so I don't see why I need more. I mean, I'm currently only using 65% of my memory, so I don't see why I would need more. One thing finally got through. Just trains are picking up and outposts that normally don't get attention. Oh, shoot, 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 shoot. Come on, train, go on straight. This train's just wonderful, isn't it? Causing me all sorts of problems. This section isn't even needed. Whoops. I got out of a moving train that was set to manual. I don't know why you're... Actually, no, I set it to automatic, I think, but I was initially driving it in manual. It's because I had this connected. See, the thing I don't like is trains coming into an outpost that aren't supposed to be there. And then when they try to get through, I had these rail signals set to constantly red, and it allowed, the track did go through, but no train could actually go through. And so train came in and couldn't go leave. The problem is I don't know if any of these trains are in the wrong place. Without individually checking each one. Actually, no, I can do next stop. Next stop. I still have to do each one though. Alright, they're all good. Hey, that's the fun and exciting of watching somebody else play. You get to see them mess up. Hey, but you haven't seen me die. Actually, I died the other night. But forget what night that was. Are you guys building this or what? You guys are super slow at tearing it down. Yeah, some things are going in. Well, at least it didn't run out of supplies, but it's 140,000 average here. I think that's what I'm doing, Mr. D, but I don't know. It's hard to... I mean, I do that in some instance, like I built a new routing mechanism. So like I have this, it's the same as the other one. They come in, but one track feeds 3 different sides. And then it exits onto its own exit rail. And same with this side. What I tried doing is this one here. But these trains actually, once they empty, they continue on. No. I got my... I mean, it could be Matsuri, but I got it from the Solar Wiki. It's not the exact... It's not Solar Panel Wiki. I forget where I saw it, but it's definitely on the wiki. Yeah, here it is. Go to that link. It's the solar panels and accumulator. I did use my previous. This is the one I used initially. Yeah, actually I do that and I fill them with accumulators. If I go back and fill them, here, I've done it. Cure. You get 4 accumulators in the spot of a RoboPort. Now, has anybody done that with like what are these things called? Buffer chests. I mean, the way they sold buffer chests is sort of like you would do your stepping build and you would have a buffer chest, so like, you know, the bots would be ready for your next put down. But it never made a whole lot of sense to me. I think I'm going to take apart one of my nuclear trains. Last save is 420 hours. Where's that thing? I should have taken apart one of these guys. Nope, I'm tired. I've kind of stopped being Mr. Chatterbox. Actually, I'm not much of a chatterbox. Yeah, J-Mart, I'm doing everything I can to... I'm actually kind of concerned about going to 5K. Because I feel like to keep 5K going, I'm going to have to like another 33% to my map, which just might kill it. Kind of hoping version 17's more efficient. If version 17's more efficient, I can keep this map going. It's the way it works. Every day I get smarter and smarter. Yeah, I'm hoping for better fluids. I reduce the amount of bots, Zilla. Yeah, okay. You have no idea how many bots I've got going. I've probably got... 100,000 bots running around. or more, probably 150,000. Every one of these builds is 1,000 bots. So there's 6,000 bots. I can't. This is using all 1,000. This one build, this one little patch is using 1,000 bots. Times 6, times another 6, times another 3, another 6, another 1, another 4, another 6. Like, and look at this one. Here's what, 16. This is 16,000 bots right here. There's just no, I don't know what you're talking about. This is 6,000. Like, and add in all this down here and over here and down over here and around here. I mean, it's oh, I agree. Like, there is some room for improvement. Somebody pointed out, like, I should have this row of chests on this side. This wasn't designed by me initially, so I'm not, I mean, I don't take credit for it, but it also, shouldn't take the blame for it. But you're right. I mean, if I wanted to optimize it, I could more, but I don't care. Maybe next game. Yeah, I have some direct insertion mining going on. Most of my patches aren't big enough for that, but I have some. I have one that's mostly run out. This one's got a few bit left going on. This was 2 direct insertions. Yeah, I haven't measured how much I'm making per minute. But that build is also handling a 262. More stuff. I don't know if that makes any difference, but and it could have more assemblers, so I don't know, I mean, if you look at my total I have for 10 green circuit machines builds. I mean, are they all working at max? Hard to say, but I got 10 builds working at over 10 minutes, 200. So I'm doing 20K a minute with my builds. I don't know, 20K per. And, you know, you can see some of them are idle, so yeah, I get that. But no, more trains really. I mean, if you look at my usage, trains aren't here. Let's get it over to black so you guys can read it. Trains, all my trains, barely much of my update. You know, a fifth. It's everything else. That's why I'm trying to reduce entities. A few more less trains isn't going to do it. Well, I'm glad, Ober, you like your builds. I'm not playing your game. I'm playing my game. But I do appreciate the feedback. After all that backed up iron ore, it's already worked through it. For my first Megabase, I'm thinking I'm doing pretty good. Could I do it better? Sure. It's definitely better than it was. I used to do all belt-based, like forging and stuff like this. Which this is really petering out, but 420 saved hours, played hours. I have 420 played hours. I was just caught up a second ago with green chips. Definitely, you're right. It's definitely more. I was figuring that out the other night because it was going to take me 20 hours to do worker robot speed 18, but at 1718 UPS, it's really going to take longer. Alright, I'm going to have to redo these circuit loads. Ooh, might have just gotten rid of the. so many wires going through here. That too. But I don't need that. I just need. Is that what I want? Nope, I need that. Station is 4. Yeah, this should be. Okay, let's not connect it that way. Oops. Let's change that to 4. Unload. I'm really just getting rid of all the signals, signal controls. I'm not sure I want lights anymore. ITLCI, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. All right, Mr. D. Yep. See you. So I'm just making these outposts first come, first serve, like everything else. It's so much simpler design. And it works just as well. In fact, I think it works even a little easier. Certainly a lot less circuits goes into it. And you can see from the map what is available. One thing I need to do though is if there's a train in each GC load, is there's no extra GC load. Right, there's not one down here either. I could set it there, it's already got track set for it. Alright, Mr. D, have a good night. Or day, or however it is for you. I'm doing that right now, J-Mart. So I actually have this loading station. It's called a dummy loading station. No train can actually ever get here because the signal is set constantly to red. So no train can path to that. But they won't lose if all of these are red, disabled, they won't lose their pathing orders because there's still a dummy station that they think they can get to, but they actually cannot get to it because of this red signal. So as long as you don't have a rail signal before that where they can path to it, so from the stacker to any of the loading stations, including this dummy one, there's only chain signals. Same with these guys, same with these loading bays. At the end of all the loading bays are two fake stations. Constant combinators set to permanently always being red. So if there were a train in every single bay that got turned off, because that's what happens, every time a train pulls in it gets turned off, there was a train in every station, these ones would always be enabled. Same with this one here, they're always enabled. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I could put another cut in here, but it's 5 a.m. I really need to call it a night. You guys seem to be having a good time until just a minute ago. There was a little chat going on that was people were getting on each other's nerves, but it got sorted out. Oops, I don't know where I'm going. My train's over here. Actually, where is my train? Yeah, it's over here. I find it's better to turn off the station. I was controlling the signal. That was my way of handling it. Originally, I would turn off the disabling the station, but just like you encountered too, is you would get that no pathing situation. So I decided, well, the solve to that would be to control the signal, and that way the station could always stay enabled. But then you can't see it from map view. You can't see. So I'd go around putting big lights next to the signal so I could at least see it easier. And then, I don't know, I struck on it one day trying to figure out how to, because I know if you disable a station, trains don't try to path to a disabled station. And so they found, the other stations a lot quicker if it was disabled. And I've just struck on, like, how to do it. You read the stop train, which sends out its train number as T. And then I multiply that times -1. And I'll put that as E. You can output it anything you want, but that's what I output it as. And then, so the station's enabled if E is greater than or equal to 0. In this case, for a pickup station, I have it as E greater than 0. And that's because I'm also enabling it with a 1. So I only want it enabled when the quantity in the bay is greater than the minimum amount for that train. So it's slightly different, but it works just fine. And I like my new method because not only I can just see from the map what's available, what station's enabled, what's not, which means that each of these ones that are enabled means there's enough there for a train to come in and pick up. And trains route faster because they don't route to stations that are disabled. So pick the closest enabled station. With controlling signals, even if the signal's red, if the signal were red, but the station's enabled, it will keep trying to ping into the station, trying to get there. And it can't, but it'll keep trying. But if you disable the station, then it won't even try. So anyways, I'm going to be calling it a night. It's now 5 a.m. Right, and that's what I do. Is I don't allow it to enable until it has enough to load a full train. to do one more of those, so I'm going to do that for... That's weird. I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks, Rain, with the 80 viewers from a while ago. If you're still on, appreciate it. If y'all like what you've seen, if you haven't followed me yet, go ahead and follow on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube, and